Russian opposition leader Alexei Navalny has been arrested while on his way to anti-corruption protests that he spearheaded in Moscow. He urged Russians to join the demonstrations, which are currently underway across the country. Navalny is a longtime Kremlin critic who's hoping to unseat President Vladimir Putin in next year's election. His video on alleged corruption connected to Prime Minister Dmitry Medvedev caused mass protests in March. Well, Julia Lyubova joins me now live from Moscow. Julia, would just tell us first how these protests are proceeding. Julia, if you can hear me, this is
Street, which is a central street in Moscow. The street is closed off to traffic, but it's difficult to say who is here among the crowd with the protest, because 4th of June is actually the day of Russia. So many people here are actually here to celebrate the national holiday, and many people here are carrying flags, for example, Russian flags, and going through police cordons towards Red Square. But the protest was actually meant to start about now, although the location for the protest has changed overnight. Alexei Navalny, one of the organizers of the protest, the opposition originally planned to hold this rally of up to 15,000 people. They even got permission from the authorities to hold that rally, but elsewhere in Moscow. And overnight it was changed to this central street in the Russian capital. So some people here are with the opposition, just sort of standing, waiting around. No opposition leaders are in sight. It's quite difficult to say who's here with the opposition and who's here to celebrate the Day of Russia.
We are seeing, though, the live pictures from Moscow, and there are countless people in the streets from what we're looking at. But tell us where, if you know where Alexei Navalny is now, what's been heard from him? What exactly did happen to him?
Yes, so his wife said that he was detained as he was leaving the house and heading towards the protest location. It's not quite clear what he was detained for. The police haven't provided any explanation for why they have detained him. And also, electricity was cut off from his office. But his wife is still urging people to continue with the protest, for the protest to go ahead. So we will have to wait and see what happens here today. Indeed, thousands of people are here, but at the moment it's difficult to say if they are here to celebrate or to protest against corruption.
Okay, Julia, we will check in with you later as these protests go forward and find out as well about developments regarding the arrest or the detention, it seems, of Alexei Navalny. Thanks so much for joining us. Julia Lyubova live from Moscow.